So photographers are always talking about why you shouldn't over-edit your photos and create an unrealistic image, where I say you should over-edit your photos, and here's why. Hey everybody, and welcome to the Landscape Photography University channel. If you're into improving your photos and having a better experience with your photography, definitely subscribe to the channel by clicking the subscribe button below. Taking a photograph in the field and getting it right in the frame is 50% of photography. Now, when you're dealing with the 50%, you're thinking ahead to how you can post-process your image and edit things based on what you're seeing in the frame. Even if you're a naturalist, you always make some small tweaks to a photo, no matter how much editing that you like to do in photography. Now, here's the thing about editing versus over-editing. Editing can actually leave your photo less impactful than it could be when you over-edit a photo. Now, when I'm talking about over-editing a photo, I'm not talking about the end result, but I'm talking about the process in which you are bringing out all the details in an image. Because when you're not crossing that line to over-edit a photo, what happens is that you're not seeing the full potential of a photo until you've gone beyond the line of getting it to where it needs to be realistically, but also impactfully. So many photographers are afraid to over-edit in the post-processing software that they're using that they're actually not taking the photo to its full potential. When you're making edits, you're not exporting the photo and posting it anywhere else. You're the only person that's seeing that photo at that time. You're not sending it to a client to be printed and put on their wall. You're just working on the photo that you took in the field. So why not push it to its limits and then bring it back down to a realistic version of that? I did this so much when I was first getting started in photography. I would make edits to my photo only to export it, share it, have it printed, and think to myself, that's really not as impactful as it could have been or should have been. So now when I go into my post-processing software, what I'll do is I'll over-edit the photo and push it beyond the realistic boundary that I have set for that in mind of what I saw in the field, why I was taking the photo, and what I want to enhance in post-processing, because I'm always thinking of those things when I'm taking a photo in the field. Now, I don't want you to think I'm exporting these over-edited, and I'm gonna get to how to export these in just a second. But first, if you are interested in landscape photography, I would highly encourage you to join Landscape Photography University Plus. For just $10 a month, you get access to every single one of the courses that we have made, and we will continue to make every month into the future, included in your membership, plus getting access to our community and our app on the Apple App Store. It's linked in the video description and in the pinned comment. Okay, so you've pushed that photo to its boundary, you've gone beyond its limits. Now, how do you bring it back down into a realistic norm? Once you bring that into over-editing, slowly click and drag the slider that you're editing with and bring it back to a realistic point. Once you're watching that edit, don't watch the slider, watch the actual photo on your screen, and when you see that photo cross back into the realistic boundary, take your finger off of the slider and off of the mouse and leave it at that point. That's showing you where that realistic point is, and you might have to do this a couple of times. Now, this isn't just with one slider. I think you should be doing this with every single one of the effects that you're putting into the photo, because that's how you're going to be able to bring that out of the photo and make it the most impactful that it possibly could be. Remember, it doesn't matter if all you're doing is increasing your highlights and decreasing your shadows. Not doing this is going to leave some of the data that goes into a digital photo on the table and not make the photo as impactful. Whether you're doing this in Lightroom or moving it to Photoshop for the most advanced edits, you should be doing this and doing it repeatedly over and over in your photography. This is by far the biggest missed opportunity in landscape photography today. If you want to watch more videos that are going to show you missed opportunities and how you can correct those, click or tap on this playlist showing up on your screen right now.